This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. Off to a nice start. 6 o'clock right now, and John, should be another pleasant day in the Suncoast.
Yeah, sure looks like it. I think there'll be some slight changes from today from what we saw yesterday. There'll be a little bit more cloud cover around, I think. A chance at a shower or two today, mostly in inland areas. So I think if you have outdoor plans, you'll be all right. You know, things will work out okay. And it'll be warm once again. I think temperatures will be probably pretty close to the 80-degree mark, just like they were yesterday, well above average. Right now, satellite view not showing a whole lot out there other than a couple of disturbed patches of weather. One out in the central Gulf of Mexico. That's probably the more significant one due to arrive this evening. That one will bring with it probably about a 20% chance of some rain showers, mostly in Hardee and DeSoto counties. But there's a chance that a stray shower could catch just about anyone later on today. We'll look for a daytime high that tops out near the 80 mark. A cold front's heading our way. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. Traffic picking up throughout Manatee County on 301. A little bit of backup there in State Road 70. Other than that, not a whole lot of cars out on the roadway, it looks like. I-75 looking clear into Sarasota County. Not a whole lot going on this morning as we head into the 6 o'clock hour. We do have a live look for you from GULFSTREAM in 41. Usually that is a very heavily trafficked area, but it is pretty quiet right now. As you see in that sign, it says do not enter that intersection unless it is clear. That's because police are now starting a new initiative to crack down on folks going into that intersection during a red light, causing a lot of backup. So we are out there as we head into the morning hours to take a look at what you may expect. Moving towards South County, not a whole lot going on in that direction either, so a pretty quiet morning if you are heading out the door for your morning commute. And topping our news at this hour, the former Sarasota County deputy accused of exploiting an elderly woman and then trying to kill her is expected in court today.
Frankie Bybee facing several felony charges, including attempted murder, battery, and grand theft. A bond hearing is set for this morning. The charges come after Bybee met the alleged victim while responding to a call and befriended her. The sheriff's office says at some point he stole thousands of dollars by writing checks to himself, and then they say he tried to kill her while making it look like a suicide. He remains in jail, expected to be back in court later on in February 24th for an arraignment. Again this morning is the bond hearing. We're learning more about that active shooter situation we heard yesterday morning. 34-year-old Mark Davis is charged with aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says it began with residents calling 911 about shots fired near 38th Avenue East and US 301. Deputies say they tried to contact a man inside the house when he began to fire at them. The chief deputy said they initially thought it was a home invasion call.
Later on, we got called out in reference to possible shots fired in the area, and once we came back to the scene, the deputies were fired upon. We did return fire. No one was hit or injured.
So no injuries reported in that incident. Sarasota police are cracking down on drivers who block intersections. In just 30 minutes of patrolling the intersection of GULFSTREAM and 41, officers passed out nearly 75 warnings to drivers. The drivers were lucky this time. The police will pass out tickets, not pink slips next time. It's against the law to enter the intersection unless it's clear. Here's a live picture of the area they're using to crack down right now. 41 and GULFSTREAM. When you're out today, be sure to proceed with extra caution around the area.
Definitely keep that in mind. Thank you, Ray. New this morning, Sarasota City Manager Tom Barwin has come up with a way to settle the fight over a project to dredge millions of yards of sand from Big Pass. According to the Herald Tribune, Barwin is proposing a $2 to $3 million insurance fund for that project. If the dredging negatively impacts either Siesta Key or Lido Key, the fund could be used to correct it. Now, $2 million is already available for that fund through tourist development taxes, and Barwin says they could request an extra $1 million from the county to contribute. City staff will present a letter outlining that proposal for the commission's approval at its next meeting. And a public hearing will be held today over a controversial plan to build a new cell phone tower in Inglewood. Plans call for rezoning a property in the 1300 block of South River Road near the Inglewood Sports Complex to make way for that new tower. A special exception petition to allow for the tower to be installed will also be discussed today. Now, some people against that project say they're concerned about health issues that the tower may cause and are requesting more public involvement in that planning. The public hearing will be held during the Sarasota County Commission meeting this morning starting at 9 a.m.
The City of Venice kicking off its new trash program today. According to the Herald Tribune, the city will pass out new cans to the Willow Chase and Waterford subdivisions. City officials say they hope the new cans will allow truck operators to stay behind the wheel of the truck. They'll drop off 780 new cans this week. In Manatee County, residents may soon see a hike in their water bills. County commissioners will consider increasing rates at a meeting today. Now, if approved, rates will go up by 4% beginning on April 1st and 4% more next year. That would only mean about a $2 increase, though, for the average household from about $70 to about $72 a month. Getting around downtown Sarasota might soon be easier. The city approved a 2-year deal for 7 new shuttles. These new vehicles will begin driving people around downtown this spring. The 6-seat shuttles, including one that's equipped for the disabled, will take folks for a free ride about 1.5 miles around downtown Sarasota 7 days a week.
But it's an efficient way to get around town, and it's really encouraging people to park, walk, and ride, or park, ride, and walk, either way.
I think anything which will reduce the amount of traffic downtown, maybe increase the amount of parking for those of us who come downtown, is a plus for the community.
Well, the shuttles aren't exactly free for taxpayers. The city plans to pay some $300,000 to test out this 2-year program.
Well, the Bethesda House is being given new life as commissioners are voting to rewrite language that would allow that house in Sarasota to provide food and meals to those in need of assistance. In December, the city's Board of Adjustment shut down their food program, saying the organization did not qualify to offer food because of the current zoning regulations.
I'm feeling elated right now, and not for myself, but for our clients who suffer from this horrible disease, HIV/AIDS.
Bethesda House has been helping people with HIV/AIDS for 27 years, and they say they will continue to help feed their clients nutritional meals from off-site locations until that new language is complete in the coming weeks. And it's not just people getting the food they need. The Suncoast Humane Society has donated more than 33,000 pounds of food to animals in the past year. The group is able to keep cherished pets with their families by providing short-term food assistance. It also works to reduce the number of abandoned and surrendered animals in our community.
33,000 pounds.
I know, that's a lot of food and a lot of contributions to the Humane Society that they had received.
That's right.
It is. I bet that goes fast, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of need out there.
Kind of like children, right? Food goes fast out the door, eat you out of house and home.
That's right. You know, you hear stories over and over again from the Humane Society people that come in here and other shelters about all folks that just have to surrender their beloved pets because, you know, it comes down to a choice of their children or their pets, you know, and that's a horrible choice to have to make. So this is a great program. If we can get it accelerated and get more food out there, so much better.
Certainly.
Weather in a second.
And still ahead of your Suncoast News, it's not just cell phones that can catch fire. Now laptops at risk as well. We'll show you what caused this explosion and what you can do to prevent it from happening coming up.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
The official salon of ABC 7.
We are going to build a great society where no man or woman are the victim of fear or poverty or hatred, where every man and woman has a chance for fulfillment and prosperity and hope.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I heard about the Tollah Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Tollah Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Starting out on the warm side of average once again this morning, looking at 61 degrees. The air temperature and a dew point pretty warm as well, coming in at 59. Temperature and dew point close enough together that you have the potential for a little bit of patchy fog out there this morning, though it's not widespread and it's not that bad. We have a southerly component to the wind, though, and that southerly component to the wind is going to help boost our humidity values over the next 24 hours. 63 degrees Mayaca, 65 in Northport, Venice the same, so's Inglewood, 62 in Parrish, 63 in Bradenton, Longboat Key at 66 and 64 degrees at Lakewood Ranch, 62 Wauchula, 63 Arcadia. We have today a wind that'll take us to the south, and that's good news. It'll be either south or southeast today, and that'll be kind of an offshore wind. So we like that, but we will develop a sea breeze in the afternoon, a localized sea breeze. As far as the red tide status goes, Mote Marine spotters out at these beaches, sampling air quality and observing what's going on with the issue. It indicates a lot of beaches not seeing any red tide issues whatsoever in terms of airborne pollutants causing irritation. So glad to see that. The radar just showed no issues right now. Morning commute dry as a bone. We have across our region some quiet conditions. We did have a sprinkle or two pass by very briefly in a couple of scans, but nothing much. We have a cluster of clouds out in the Gulf. That's one little bundle of energy moving across the state that'll bring us a little bit of cloud cover during the morning hours. But it's the one back to the west that's of particular interest to us today. I think the combination of this trough of low pressure that exists right here, moving in this general direction, sea breeze fronts, daytime heating, and extra moisture combining together give us that chance at seeing a shower around today, particularly in inland areas, particularly in North Florida, but still, even for us, Hardy, DeSoto counties, Highlands County, and maybe even inland parts of Sarasota, Manatee County have a chance at seeing some showers around. So double barrel low pressure areas, one bringing down cool air, the other tapping into a deep supply of moisture coming up from Gulf waters, will kind of combine together into one. A little bit of upper level energy will swing south and move through the state today, enhancing rainfall chances and maybe even a thunderstorm or two for parts of north central Florida. Can't rule that out. And then on Thursday, the secondary front moves through. That frontal boundary will bring us again a chance of showers on Thursday. And then it looks like clear everything out and bring us a beautiful lower humidity, slightly cooler temperature for the entire weekend. So looks pretty nice, actually, after we get through the next couple of days. High pressure kind of scoots out into the Atlantic to bring this southerly flow of air, so a little humid. Mostly sunny skies, dry again along the coast, a little bit warmer, and again, inland, you may see a shower or two. So the forecast on the RPM computer model looks like this. We have quiet conditions, those showers inland today. Frontal boundary producing some scattered showers and maybe even a thunderstorm around as we head into the next 24. By Thursday evening, that front will have moved through and we'll be looking at more pleasant conditions for the weekend. Boaters today, you'll see a wind that'll be generally out of the south at about 10 knots, shifting a little more southwest during the evening and nighttime hours with the sea breeze front. And the forecast looks pretty good. After Thursday, drier, cooler air moves into place. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Looking forward to that weekend weather. Heading into our Suncoast roadways, taking a look at traffic picking up throughout downtown Bradenton as well on 301. There is a little bit of stoppage in that direction, but I-75 looking clear in both the north and southbound lanes through Manatee County into Sarasota County. Bee Ridge Road getting a little bit of traffic this morning as well. We also have a live look from Gulfstream in 41. Now, usually, as you can see, this is a typically heavily trafficked area. Cars obviously making their way throughout that area as they head to work this morning. However, it is a little bit quieter than it will be later on in the morning. We are showing you this picture because police are cracking down on this intersection as people going through this intersection during red lights are causing some backup and some traffic issues. So keep an eye out for that if you're heading through that direction this morning. Taking a look back at our maps, heading to South County. Not a whole lot going on in that direction. Nokomis, South Venice, and Northport looking pretty clear this morning.
Amazing video now. First it was cell phones, and now it's laptop computers causing concerns about fire hazards. Look at this. 2 teens at a home in California on the couch, and watch what happens next. A laptop inches away all of a sudden catches fire. It exploded 2 more times. They tried to put it out. Here it comes. This is not being made up, folks. The laptops are catching fire now. They took it outside. It lit up for a 4th time as well.
I was just like in shock. We didn't really know what was happening.
Well, we're lucky that our house didn't burn.
Well, they certainly are. The family blames the lithium battery. Dell is now investigating. To keep this from happening to you, safety experts recommend you charge devices on hard surfaces. That makes a difference apparently. Also away from fabric and try to avoid dropping it. And they say never leave a charging laptop unattended.
And check this out. Also, a Good Samaritan trying to rescue a boy who fell through the ice on a pond. Needed to be rescued himself. A scary situation there. Now, the man was out walking his dog when he saw the boy fall through the ice. And then while trying to rescue him himself, he also fell through that ice.
He got kind of on my back, and I'm trying to break ice to get closer to shore, break it, get close. That wasn't working very well. Not as well as I thought it would work. So I grabbed him, and I threw him up over onto the ice and yelled at him to lay flat and wiggle his way back to shore. And that's what he was doing.
Now, police on the scene, though, threw a lifesaver out to the man to pull him out. Now, the rescue was all caught on body camera footage. Again, best to just wait for police in that kind of situation, despite how tragic it could be, and ended up in a more tragic situation, I suppose.
This is not the set of an action movie. A SWAT team was caught rappelling down the side of a children's medical center in Texas, all for a good cause. They visited 17-year-old Clayton Dalton, diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, so someday he wants to join the force. So they did this for him, and although that just lasted for a few minutes, the impression will last a lifetime. The teen was given a signed helmet from the 14 SWAT team members. Look at that, looks great.
Oh my gosh, that's so good for them and for him.
Yeah, great gesture, good for them.
Definitely.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
New details this morning on a manhunt underway in the Panhandle, why police in Alabama are now getting involved.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
If you want to rediscover the smooth, radiant skin of your past, consider a facelift, eyelid lift, or laser resurfacing from Faces by Fezza. Restore your natural, youthful appearance and the confidence that goes with it when you trust your face to the expert hands of Dr. John Fezza. Using a delicate touch, he gives you natural-looking contours, a clean jawline, and long-lasting results. Call today to schedule a private consultation, because when you look good, you feel good. Faces by Fezza at Center for Sight.
It's Greek time, February 9th through the 12th at the 33rd Annual St. Barbara Greek Festival. Experience traditional Greek home cooking, pastries, music, and dancing. Shop the marketplace for crafts and jewelry from local artisans while children play in the kids zone. Enjoy a day in Greece without leaving the area. Just be sure to bring your appetite. Don't miss the St. Barbara Greek Festival in Sarasota at the church located just north of University Parkway at the corner of Lockwood Ridge and Talavast Road. Visit stbarbarafestival.org or Facebook for details. Yasu!
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Pickle beets.
You keep going back to pickle beet. I want ooh la la.
With unlimited colors to choose from, I knew we would find one they would agree on.
Ace is the place with the sienna rose color you love. Or pickled beets.
This one would be nice.
Maybe aged Bordeaux.
Don't miss these February Red Hot Buys of wild bird food and Scott's Bonus S Weed and Feed. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
A nice shot of the downtown Sarasota area at 6:24 on this Tuesday morning. A beautiful shot. That one building, the little green tints toward the top there.
Love all those lights, actually. I kind of makes me feel like we're in a big city, little small town feel still. Love it.
It is the best of both worlds. We're lucky to be here on the Suncoast.
Well, welcome back. It is 6:24 this morning, and the search continues for those said to be responsible for a deadly crime spree.
ABC's Diane Macedo has details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, authorities in Florida are escalating the search for murder suspects William Boyette and Mary Craig Rice after an alleged crime spree spanning 2 states left 3 women dead and 1 critically injured. It all started last Tuesday when 30-year-old Alicia Greer and 39-year-old Jacqueline Jeanette Moore were found murdered in a hotel in Milton, Florida. Greer, a mother of 3, was in an abusive relationship with Boyette, according to her father.
He choked her down to the ground, kicked her in the face.
Police say the pair struck again Friday morning in Lillian, Alabama, where they allegedly murdered 52-year-old Peggy Brose in her front yard, then drove off in her car. In their latest alleged attack, Kayla Crocker of Pensacola, Florida, was left in critical condition, her 2-year-old son uninjured. And we'll have more on the manhunt coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Maybe Almond Breeze tastes so good because it's the only almond milk made with California-grown Blue Diamond almonds. Of course, if you ask one of our almond growers, there's no maybe about it. Almond Breeze. The best almonds make the best almond milk.
Come on, Duck! You can do it, Duck! Hurry up, Duck!
You can do it, Doc.
IAMS helps keep your dog healthy at every stage, so you can always look forward to what's next.
This is the story of Green Mountain Coffee and Fair Trade, told in the time it takes to brew your cup. Let's take a trip to La Plata, Colombia. This is Boris Calvo. That's Pepe. Boris doesn't just grow good coffee. Boris grows mind-blowing coffee. And because we pay him a fair price, he improves his farm to grow even better coffee and invest in his community, which makes his neighbor, Gustavo, happy. That's Blanca. Yep, Pepe and Blanca got together. Things happen. All this for a smoother tasting cup of coffee. Green Mountain Coffee, packed with goodness.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Ideologue. I am an originalist.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a busy day in the nation's capital. From the Senate floor to the courts, we'll have details.
Plus, state lawmakers take a step forward on bringing back the death penalty.
And what's being done to help farmers who are affected by citrus greening?
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us. Make sure to grab your cup of coffee as you join us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. A change in the forecast later in the week, I understand, John?
Yeah, a little bit of touch, I guess, of winter-like weather. But not much, but a little something. We're running so far above average.
Yeah. Right.
I went ahead and I planted some of my spring gardening crops out there.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think we're not going to get another freeze that I'm willing to bet, and so I just went ahead and put the herbs out there, you know.
Very bold of you.
Thank you very much. I thought so.
I may have to get some gardening tips from you sometime soon. I've been wanting to garden, and obviously perfect place here on the Suncoast to do it. So, but I don't have the best green thumb on the face of the planet. So,
well, you know, there are options.
Talk to y'all's wives, or either you if you like to garden.
There are options that don't require, you know, a lot of green thumbs, and still produce some pretty good results out there. We have such beautiful growing weather around here, and today we're gaining about 45 seconds of daylight every day as we progress through time. So the days are getting longer, and certainly the days are getting warmer too, apparently. Good. We're looking at another day today with a temperature of probably around 80 degrees. Beautiful shot of Sarasota. You can see the clouds in the distance there. We have a little packet of energy that's kind of moving across the area. Satellite view will show that. A couple of areas of disturbed weather kind of moving closer and closer to the state. Some of them will produce a shower or two later in the day. I put the rain chance in inland areas particularly at about 20%. Otherwise, another warm day on the Suncoast. Talk all about that frontal boundary that Ray was speaking of coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon, John. Let's check the roads right now on this Tuesday morning. Traffic building right now, as it will do this time of day. There's a shot of Manatee County. Some intersections busy around downtown Bradenton, also State Road 70, busy toward I-75 as we head into Sarasota County. Some earlier issues have since been cleared up. Looks like a bit of a traffic concern at Bee Ridge Road and Lake Sarasota. Yeah, Mauna Loa Boulevard. That's just east of the interstate. Also, here's a live picture for you of 41 and GULFSTREAM. This is the road that takes you toward Lido Key and St. Armand Circle, of course. Police are cracking down on folks who go through the intersections, not just after the light turns red, but when it's green and there's no room to go yet. Stay back at that crosswalk if you can't get all the way through the intersection. They're passing out warnings and then tickets. We'll have more on that throughout the morning on this new police initiative. Back to the maps, South County now, and no problems right now to report in the area. So we'll have more about that throughout the morning.
Definitely, Ray. You mentioned a good point on those green lights. You know, people want to keep going, and you always catch yourself getting stuck there, and then other cars can't pass through, so it can cause some backup.
That's right. Don't be selfish there. Topping our news this half hour, an all-night talkathon continues on Capitol Hill. Some Democrats protesting a cabinet nominee.
Now more debate in Washington today as the Trump administration's travel ban comes under question. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Washington with the very latest.
We had a wonderful election, didn't we?
President Trump reminding America about his big win as he gears up for a big day today, defending some of his first major decisions as president. On his executive action on immigration, the travel ban on refugees and citizens of 7 Muslim-majority countries.
We need strong programs so that people that love us and want to love our country and will end up loving our country are allowed in. Not people that want to destroy us and destroy our country.
That ban now put on temporary hold by a federal judge in Washington state, with attorneys general from 15 other states and the District of Columbia now joining in the opposition. But the Trump administration has appealed the ruling to the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals, which will hear oral arguments today. With the ban in legal limbo, travelers from those 7 countries are now rushing to the U.S., reuniting husbands and wives.
I'm overwhelmed. I can't even explain it.
And entire families.
I am so grateful to everyone that helped in this.
As the administration waits for the courts to decide the fate of the travel ban, they're also waiting on the Senate to confirm their pick for Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos. Overnight, Democrats staging a talkathon against the Republican mega donor and school activist from Michigan. At least 2 Republicans have pledged to jump party lines and vote against DeVos. Democrats are now trying to convince one more. If that vote in the Senate goes as predicted, it'll be a dead heat at 50-50, and Vice President Mike Pence would be the tie-breaking vote, assuring her confirmation. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
And for the first time as Commander-in-Chief, President Trump visited MacDill Air Force Base yesterday. He received briefings from U.S. Central Command and Special Operations. U.S. Central Command operates all of our armed forces in the Middle East. Aside from his briefings, President Trump also shared lunch with service members at the base, promising his support as he says radical Islamic terrorists are determined to strike our homeland. Outside the property, dozens lined the streets to protest his visit. Inside, the president defended his recent travel ban to a room full of troops and Central Command leaders who oversee 4 of the 7 countries that ban includes.
We need strong programs so that people that love us and want to love our country and will end up loving our country are allowed in, not people that want to destroy us and destroy our country.
He also made positive remarks about NATO, calling the organization previously called it obsolete. This time he had positive comments about NATO.
Well, in other national news this morning, a woman kidnapped and held in captivity for over a decade, now using her experience to help others in danger. Amanda Berry was kidnapped by Ariel Castro in 2003. She then escaped in 2013, saving her young daughter, and 2 other kidnapping victims also held captive by Castro. Berry now joining Cleveland TV station WJW for a daily segment where she will host a feature called Missing, where she'll report on missing cases from across Northeast Ohio. A different person will be featured each day, and Berry will inform viewers on how they can help authorities in that case. She says she wants to offer hope to the families of those missing people.
Back in Florida, state lawmakers taking a step to fix the law so the state can resume the death penalty. Death penalty cases have been halted due to recent court rulings. A Senate panel voted for a measure that requires a unanimous jury verdict in cases where the death penalty is being sought by prosecutors. Now, that legislation doesn't address other questions, such as whether current death row inmates deserve a new sentencing hearing. Last year, the Supreme Court struck down a law that said the death penalty could be imposed by a 10-2 jury vote. The U.S. Coast Guard now in its final round of hearings, looking into the sinking of the cargo ship El Faro. The Coast Guard's Marine Board of Investigation is looking for evidence of negligence or misconduct in that disaster. You might recall all 33 died on board when the El Faro sank during a hurricane back in 2015. A review of data and recordings captured by the ship's black box is expected to be a large part of testimony, which could go on for the next 2 weeks.
Well, Governor Scott is unveiling new details on how the state budget will impact state transportation projects. As part of his budget proposal for 2017-2018, Scott is now recommending that $10 billion go to the Florida Department of Transportation Work Program. $178 million will go to improving the infrastructure at Florida seaports. Now, according to a recent report from the Florida Ports Council, Florida's 15 seaports are responsible for nearly $117 billion in economic activity. They also support nearly 900,000 jobs, $40 billion in personal income, and $4 billion in state and local tax revenue. And promising news for struggling farmers across Florida and here on the Suncoast as well. Researchers working to find a cure for what's known as citrus greening disease. They're now getting help from the federal government as the Department of Agriculture has awarded $13.6 million to research projects. Now, some of the awardees include Clemson University, Regents of University of California, Iowa State University, and the USDA Agricultural Research Service. Since arriving in Florida nearly a decade ago, citrus greening has spread across our entire state, killing many trees. The funding was made possible by a USDA program, and Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan fought to include that in the 2014 Farm Bill.
Now, some good news in Manatee County. Lincoln Middle School math teacher Antonio Alves will receive the Governor's Shine Award. That recognizes exceptional educators and administrators who make contributions to the field of education in the state. Mr. Alves, who has taught in Palmetto since 2014, is being recognized for being a high-impact teacher. The award will be handed out during a meeting of the Florida Cabinet, and that takes place at 9 o'clock this morning in Tallahassee. Congratulations to him. And a Sarasota middle schooler's art skills are being shown off in the state capitol. Anna Lazara's abstract painting of musical instruments was delivered to the Capitol building by State Senator Greg Stubbe. It'll hang in the Capitol during the 2017 session from March through May. Anna says she's very proud to share her piece with our state government and be able to show her love for art. Art in the Capitol is a statewide visual arts competition for students in 6th through 8th grade. Great to encourage art in the schools, which is often on the endangered list in some districts.
Yeah, that is a beautiful picture, beautiful artwork there. That was amazing.
Yeah, it makes you happy, doesn't it? That
Yeah,
picture?
yeah.
Yeah, it's got a nice.
Very
nice
vivid, very good detail as well. I'm impressed.
We have some beautiful weather shaping up for you this afternoon. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Flooring Depot has been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties for over 20 years with the best products and installation. Flooring Depot offers carpet, tile, hardwood, and more. Before you buy, give us a try. Stop by our showroom or visit us on the web at bestvaluecarpet.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So, currently, we are looking at an air temperature that's coming in pretty mild, 61 degrees. That's well above the normal morning low. And 59 for our dew point, also pretty steamy out there for this time of year. We like to see those lower dew points while we can because, spring is just around the corner. We're looking at south wind responsible for those warmer dew point values and kind of feeding a storm that's going to produce some fairly heavy rainfall, I think, in parts of the deep south over the next 24 hours. We may get a little taste of that today. Fairly clear skies right now, but we have passing clouds that will at times bring us a little more cloud cover during the morning hours. 62 in Parrish, Mayaca coming in at 62. Excuse me, fighting off a little cold. 64 degrees in Northport, 65 in Venice, Inglewood the same, 66 Longboat Key, and Bradenton coming in at 62 degrees. So we have a nice offshore flow again today. That's going to do nothing but help enhance the already much improved red tide status across our area. Mote Marine spotters in this latest observations found most of the reporting stations not showing any significant levels of irritants in the air from red tide. So that's good news. As far as showers go, we have a few kind of trying to work their way northward across the area in mostly areas that are east of the interstate, and that's where we're going to see our showers today, east of the interstate and inland areas, particularly in Hardy and DeSoto and Highlands County as well, but also perhaps in western sections of, or eastern sections rather, of Charlotte County. These are light showers passing, not going to give you too much in the way of total rainfall, but that's what we expect today, about a 20% chance of an inland storm. I think along the coastline, things are going to be pretty quiet, but we have the first little packet of energy coming our way. A second packet of energy, probably more significant, back to the west is diving southward and will arrive here later today into the evening hours. So we get kind of a little 1-2 punch from the upper levels of the atmosphere. And I say this one's more significant because it will be accompanied by daytime heating, a nice southerly flow of air, sea breeze building, creating that localized flow of air that always enhances the chance for rain showers. Double barrel low pressure areas kind of merge together with time and push southward as a cold front. A little upper level energy as well brings us a chance at seeing maybe even a thunderstorm or two in parts of North Florida tonight through the evening hours. Our rain chance is pretty decent. And then as that front moves through, we'll pick up about a 30% chance of rainfall as well. Mostly sunny skies, dry again today along the coastline, but as I mentioned, chances for rainfall inland. The RPM computer model shows what I'm talking about. A few scattered showers along a sea breeze front today. Enhanced rainfall chances tonight through tomorrow morning. And then a frontal boundary approaches on Thursday with a chance of rain then. So, you know, for the next couple of days, we get a shot at seeing some rainfall most every day. And that won't be the case over the weekend. I think we'll dry out pretty quickly over the weekend. Forecast for boaters looks good today. South wind coming in at about 10 knots. Maybe a shower or two out in Gulf waters, but they'll be few and far between. We'll look for, generally speaking, a chance of showers each day through Thursday. And then Friday, we clear out, sun returns, temperatures drop, humidity gets sliced. It might be a little breezy on Friday, though. That's your forecast.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. Roadways picking up when it comes to traffic throughout Manatee County. Looks like downtown Bradenton getting a little bit more cars on the roadways throughout that area. Other than that, I-75 not looking like it's got too much backup. However, there is some debris, it looks like, in the road on Mauna Loa Boulevard, partially blocked at Bee Ridge Road. From what I'm being told, it is an accident in Sarasota County on I-75, so keep an eye out for that if you're heading out the door this morning. Looks like traffic also picking up in downtown Sarasota on 41. We do have a live look from Gulfstream in 41. Usually this is a heavily trafficked area, not a whole lot going on right now, but as we all know, that area gets a good amount of cars in the area. Police are putting through a new initiative in this area this morning, asking people to not block the intersection when a green light or a red light or any light is going through there, as it causes a bunch of traffic in that area. Going back to the maps, we're going to head to South County. As you can see, not a whole lot going on in that direction either. So if you're heading up from Venice or Northport, you should have a pretty easy commute.
Very nice. On to health news now. New guidelines for adults with vaccinations.
Yeah, if you start the series of HPV vaccines after age 15, well, you'll only need a full 3 doses. But if you started your HPV vaccine early and got 2 doses at least 5 months apart, well, you don't need 2 anymore. If you have chronic liver disease or if liver enzyme testing has revealed high levels, you may also want to consider getting a hepatitis B vaccine. And as for meningitis, healthy adults will now only need 2, not 3 doses of that shot.
You might not be surprised to hear those who made resolutions to quit smoking last month aren't sticking to it. Data released from the UK shows 3 in 5 people who resolved to quit smoking at New Year's got back onto cigarettes by the end. It's because of the strong chemical addiction that smokers must overcome. They recommend making small steps to kick the habit, like using nicotine replacements, a patch, or gum to start.
And in entertainment news, the ratings are in for this year's Super Bowl. Despite the drama, viewership did fall short.
Well, they missed a good game. Then Fox drew 111 million viewers. That's short of viewers who tuned into the last 3 years. Nielsen said that the top audience and the biggest ever was a few years ago when New England beat Seattle back in 2015. But good news for Lady Gaga, though. 117 million tuned in to watch the halftime show alone. It's the 4th year in a row that the halftime show has eclipsed the actual football game itself. Her show was second most watched of all time, behind, no, not Janet Jackson, Katy Perry back in 2015.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends who told me that is specifically why they watched the Super Bowl. They wanted to watch Lady Gaga.
Yep.
And speaking, of course, of the Super Bowl, the Patriots are getting ready for their victory tour in their hometown. MVP quarterback Tom Brady and his team will parade through Boston this morning. And of course, in typical Boston fashion, players and other team officials will ride in duck boats. Yes, you heard that right, duck boats. This is the 5th Patriots championship that they have won for the Super Bowl. So congratulations to them.
You know, I finally watched the game yesterday on the DVR because, of
Right.
course, our curfew was early on Sunday night, so I watched that 4th quarter. Wow, what a game that was.
I know. Monumental, historic.
It certainly was. We'll have more for this. Stay with us.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Thinking about having surgery can be a scary thing. Take somebody who's in severe pain, bring them in, take good care of them, and then get them out and back to their life is huge. We focus on minimally invasive approaches when possible, and oftentimes people can be back up on their feet in a day or two with a whole lot less pain than before surgery. We fix people's lives. We do.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Created Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Checking Suncoast roads right now. Plenty of traffic building on 301 South, just north of State Road 70. That's in Manatee County. As we head into Sarasota County, the usual spots there building up at 41 between Mound and Bee Ridge, southbound as well. Also watch out if you go east of the interstate on Bee Ridge, Mauna Loa Boulevard partially blocked at Bee Ridge. Heading down toward the south, traffic building right now on 41 down by Center Road and Jacaranda in the northbound lanes.
Yeah, so in the weather department, we have a few scattered showers possible again this morning, especially in the southern parts of the viewing area and in inland areas. Then later on this afternoon, another chance of showers east of the interstate as the sea breeze forms and a little packet of energy comes through in the upper atmosphere. Next couple of days, chances of rain till the front comes through Thursday, whisks away the moisture, cools us off, dries us out, makes us sunny.
Whisks away the moisture.
Just
so poetic.
Right.
I love how you say it. Not your
It's
first
like a little,
rodeo.
yeah, exactly. A little poet over here.
That's right. Don't know it.
There you go.
Thank you, folks. Have a good day. Our next update at 7:25. We'll see you then.